And we are live. Welcome to the Slob Show. We got a full crew today. We got Bass, we got Roker, and there's so many breaking slob stories to get to. Bass, you ready for this little teaser?
Do it.
Okay, number one, 2 Whoppers for $2. I've brought it back. Number two, there is now an Abe Cannon Whopper. Number three, Roker finally used his Jersey Mike's points for the first time ever. Number four, I'm back to playing poker because, part of the Slob Show is the lifestyle. I won $3,600 this weekend. So all that is coming up on the Slob Show. And by the way, if you want to join the Slob Show, the best way, if you want to be a part of it, because I don't know what's going on here, but the best way to do it, just if you watch on YouTube, you could comment on YouTube because now Facebook's not, I don't know, the Facebook comments aren't coming up. I don't know what the deal is. So the best way, if you want to join the show and comment, just go to YouTube and just watch it on YouTube. You could comment live on YouTube. I know for a fact that works. On Instagram too. Like all these people are messaging me on Instagram right now. You go to YouTube. If you want your comments to show up, just go on YouTube. We can read them directly. But I want to start out with Roker. Now, Roker was on the road doing some very important Slob Show work. He was at the Sweets and Snacks Expo, and he was at the National Restaurant Association Convention, and he's brought back food and a bunch of stuff to try live on the Slob Show. Roker?
Yes. And by the way, so my connection dropped or something. So I only heard like the first 3 things you said about, the $2 Whopper and you have your own Whopper. And there was something else about a Whopper. And then, so I'm going to be just as surprised as everybody else when I hear
Well, I mentioned, Roker, that you finally spent.
Oh, yeah. And I used my points.
Your Jersey Mike's points. Of course.
I did. Yes.
First of all, I want to hear that story.
Well, let's get this taste test going, and then we're going to get to that because that's some breaking news that we need to hit. But go ahead, Roker. So what happened at these 2 events?
My fault that we at least weren't on the air for a couple of weeks because I was out of town and at conventions and putting in thousands of steps and my corns were killing me and all this kind of stuff. So you've got these 2.
I like corns.
Like Fred Sanford, dude.
That was like Roker, when we were in Vegas. Your corns were really bothering you, but I think it was just gout.
It may have been gout too, dude. The gout on the left foot, corns on the right. Which sounds like that could be a lyric from like a hip hop song or something. But
my biscuits are burning.
Yeah. But that's how it was. So these 2 shows are huge national shows. And let's start off with the restaurant convention. The NRA show, as I tell people just to get a reaction out of them, because they think I've gone to the NRA show, the gun show, but it's actually the National Restaurant Association.
Just
at the NRA convention.
Just as deadly.
So what do you think was maybe the biggest like trending thing at the restaurant convention? So the restaurant convention was
it an AI knife or something?
That was, dude, you hit it. You hit it on the head. It was AI everything.
No.
It was, so last year there was a few AI booths. This year, there was a whole AI wing, AI servers, AI pizza makers, AI fryers. So, it used to be your first job was at Mickey D's dropping fries. No more, because there's an AI machine dropping the fries now.
Jeez.
There's an AI machine taking the fries out of the freezer or cutting the potato, putting the fries in the fryer, dropping them, taking them out, dumping them out, salting them, putting them on an electronic arm, putting them in a package, and then serving it.
But is there an AI person I can scream at when they get the order wrong?
Hello, Mr. Levy. I am sorry that we made these incorrectly.
Stop. Well, that's the one thing that will stay the same. Yeah, that'll stay the same. They'll ignore you, just like
exactly.
just like you're being ignored now when you complain about something. So,
Fair.
and I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I literally watched an AI machine roll out pizza dough, shape it, take
Yeah.
every ingredient out, place the pepperoni on it, place the, put it in the oven, let it go through the conveyor belt, take it off, slice it. I mean, everything. And part of me says, well, I guess it's great if you own the business, right? It's going to cut down on overhead.
People.
But yeah, it's going to cut down on people. A lot of these
We-
celebrity chefs that are over at these conventions and own these restaurants and all these restaurant groups got their first jobs washing dishes and
yeah.
doing all that kind of stuff in, mom and pop restaurants. And
everyone loves AI, but they even said like even all these tons of white collar jobs, they said like 50% of those jobs, especially entry level, are going to be gone and never coming back. So if you start taking out food jobs, you're taking out white collar, like what's left? What's left that you could do?
The people that need to fix those machines when they break.
That's true. That's a good point.
They'll have an AI for that.
Robot mechanics. They'll have a robot fixing the other robots.
Well, I remember, 40 years ago when I was, home from school or whatever, and the ad would come on for VCR repairman. Some of these things don't really pan out sometimes. And I'm sure it looked like, oh, I'll have a job for life as a VCR repairman.
Well, how about the TV? I remember the TV repairman, and every time, no matter what it was, he'd be like, it's a pretty good set, guys. This is a pretty good set. I think we should save it. And it was like $400 to fix a TV in 1987.
Yes.
Like, what?
Right. And now you just throw it out and buy another one because you can get a 50-incher for $300 or something, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know whether it's like I'm an old fart and like, I'm resistant to change, or if it's something that I need to embrace because it's coming and I just need to get used to it. But that really jumped out at me. Last year, there were just a couple of AI booths. And this year, there was a whole AI wing of the convention.
How was the food? I'm assuming you were allowed to try what AI made.
Well, what's interesting, the food was fine. The food was, you couldn't tell the difference. Oh yeah, by the way, AI waiters, were they
hot? Were they hot at least, or were they just?
Yes, they were hot. They had wigs on and stuff. I found out myself a redhead.
No, they make Roker. It's also we're at a point, and I say this all the time. You're gonna go home to Thanksgiving dinner.
A redhead robot.
You're gonna go home to no.
I got a small wonder. She was legal.
Well, we don't want that, but you're going to go to Thanksgiving dinner, and your cousin Rodney is over there with Megan Fox. Your Uncle Bill is sitting there with Megan Fox. Your Aunt Susie is sitting there with Brad Pitt from Fight Club. And you're going to see that 7 people are there with Brad Pitt from Fight Club and Megan Fox, and they're all sex robots. And their relationships are going away. 10 years from now, especially dudes, because dudes are perverts. They're going to be walking around with the Megan Fox sex robot who they could do everything with. And that's coming. That is not far away. They already have those robots and they're hot. They look good.
I just want a girl to bring over Sylvester Stallone just once so I can just see what that would look like.
Hello.
Some pepper.
The robot from Rocky IV you're talking about?
Oh, that one. Yeah, right. The probably was a $25,000 robot at the time.
Yeah.
Hello, Paul. Hi, Paulie.
What's that all about? She loves me.
See, we're joking about this, and we'll pull this up in 2 years, and this is what it will be. At some point, you're going to go to a restaurant, and there's going to be a robotic AI server.
Oh yeah,
there's the Japanese barbecues. It's not an actual server. It's just a robot that comes to your table, and you take things on and off of it. So I've had that a couple times where the waiter only comes afterwards just to make sure everybody got what they needed. But usually it's just a robot coming to the table to deliver.
And the DoorDash, they just look like big coolers. They just roll down the street, and then you walk outside, you hit a button, and your food comes out. Have you seen that?
No.
It's downtown Chicago right now.
I have not seen that, but it's,
When I go to San Francisco, there's so like half the Ubers, they self-driving cars.
Have you been in one?
I haven't been in one, but I've drove next to a bunch of them.
That is creepy.
And some drive like assholes.
So, well, right, because they're self-aware, right? They learn from the other drivers.
Your mother was
Right?
a snowblower.
Exactly. So, Roker, what are you going to try some stuff or what? What's going on here?
So that was the restaurant convention, sweets and snacks. So, some interesting things in the sweets and snacks convention. You've seen wrap snacks. Have you seen wrap snacks?
Is that with Cardi B chips and all that?
Yeah,
Oh,
right. Yeah,
hip-hop
exactly.
snack.
Like little baby sour cream and onion and salt and vinegar chips and stuff like that. Well, they're branching out a little bit now. So here is
Billie Eilish.
Here is Rick Ross lemon pepper chicken
Wait,
ramen.
can I stop you right there? Let me stop you right there, Roker, because Rick Ross needs to stop making that ramen because Rick Ross made the greatest beard oil of all time and they stopped making it.
Really?
I've never had better beard oil in my life. Is he transitioning from beard oil to ramen? Like, hey, Rick, the beard oil is where it's at. Please.
Yeah, but
I can't find it.
Maybe he can't do both at the same time.
The beard oil only services about 50% of the world out there.
Not
Ramen
even,
hooks
probably 20%.
everybody up.
That's true. That's a good point. Ramen gets everyone.
That's right. So grab yourself some Rick Ross lemon pepper.
How high is the sodium content on those? Is it 1,000 grams?
I don't even want to know. I don't have. Oh,
there's a
wait a minute. Well, I probably 1,400 milligrams. Yeah, and then here's who is? Forgive me. Who's E40? Who's
E40?
Francisco.
Dude, look at me. I don't know who E40 is.
Like the 90s.
I still listen to 80s on 8.
Out of the three of us on here, it's amazing that you're the one that does not know who E40 is.
He's from the 80s and 90s.
How long have you known me?
He's on current tracks. Like he's
was I at V103 when he was hot or what?
I think you were.
Okay, well, we weren't playing E40 on V103. We're playing Luther and Anita Baker. Okay. So here's beef prime rib ramen.
From who?
Was it Juvenile?
From E40.
Oh, I thought it was Juvenile.
E40. E40 beef prime rib.
That was good.
What is the revolution of ramen here? Is it still 25 cents for a
no, it says $1. I think it said $1.50 on top.
No, that said $1.49 on it. But still, that's cheaper than any other meal you're gonna ever get. So the hot trends in snacks and sweets this year are several. Oats. A lot of things were made with oats, right? Like oat energy bars and oat, fast oat meals and things. High protein. Right, overnight oats. Right, yeah, right. You're supposed to put it in the fridge. I actually get it in the morning.
I get them from Trader Joe's. They're like $1.99, and they're really easy to slam. Like the minute you get up.
Yeah, they're very hot. High protein stuff. Everyone was like, and it's got 18 grams of protein, and I was like, okay, that's like everybody. It doesn't matter what they had there. Another thing that was extremely hot this year was. And you've seen this.
Are you going to put anything in your mouth?
Kind of
is anything going in your mouth, or is this all just?
Yes. Well, you just calm down.
I want to see something. Like when you're watching a food video, I want to see you tasting something.
Roger, a podcast show called The Slob Show is not known for patience.
I understand that, but I would be eating this right now had I not been interrupted.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
And you've seen it everywhere. Pickle everything. Pickle everything.
Oh, that is something I am not into.
So this is Vlasic, the pickle company. Spicy pickle corn puffs.
Oh,
wow.
No, well, I guess they've got a customer in you.
You look interesting. I'd give them a try.
Which is what I'm about to do right
Here we
now.
go.
Spicy pickle.
This is breaking. This
smells
is breaking news
It smells like pickles, and it smells
for the first
spicy.
time ever.
Spicy.
Roker is trying spicy pickle balls.
Okay, they're not that bad.
Try a couple more just to make sure.
They're not that bad. They're not. I have a lot more to try,
nice.
so I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
I'm not going to get filled up on spicy pickleballs.
So you would buy them?
Another thing, I didn't necessarily say I would buy them. I said they
You'll
weren't
eat a
bad.
free one.
We'll give that a 3 out of 10.
That's
We'll
exactly
give that a
right.
3 out of 10.
Another thing that was hot was peanut butter and jelly. Everything was PB.
I did try peanut butter and jelly
PB&J
M&Ms and peanut butter and jelly Reese's cups.
I tried the Reese's cup too. That's
Yep.
delicious.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Reese's cup, M&Ms, new flavors of Crustables,
Wait,
popcorn with PB&J.
What flavor Crustables? I love those things.
They had, what did I see? Well, there was strawberry, grape, raspberry, like an orange.
They
There were a
said
bunch. You had to
they
eat them
said
quick.
the number one consumer of Crustables is the NFL. The players, I guess, at halftime like slam like boxes of those things. I had no idea.
That's
Hey, that's good carbs
I had no idea.
And protein.
You eat an Uncrustable,
So
you're going to
the,
be sitting on the toilet for 7 hours because you get constipated.
Yeah, that sounds like an NFL problem.
All right, I think they've got their next TV ad right there.
Hey, you want to get through
should be-
halftime, eat an Uncrustable because you're not going to have to go immediately like if you eat anything else.
But then you slam with that Campbell soup that they advertise. It's just as good. It's a
There you
push.
go.
It's a push.
Yeah, it goes right through.
Now the big thing in candy this year, one year it was sour, one year it was hot. This year, again, it was one of those things where there were just a couple of them last year. This year, everything was freeze dried.
Freeze-dried sprees. Wow, I haven't had a spree in many
Freeze-dried.
years. My friend Dan
All right.
he'd always bust out a pack of sprees. So you guys want a spree?
Who brings out a thing of
So
spree?
freeze
Danny Gaga.
dried gummies, freeze dried. So here's, there it is. It's freeze dried.
Do it.
So it's crunchy. It
Oh, I like the way that sounds.
Abe, did you ever do that astronaut?
it's not
Did you ever
bad.
do the astronaut ice cream when we were kids? There was like in a pack.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
what it is?
it's very similar.
Got it.
Yes, it's very similar to that.
Okay.
Yes. By the way, I had choking to death.
Do you have a water there, I hope?
Please don't let me die eating a. Please don't let me die eating a freeze
water,
dried.
please?
Wash it down with some of that ramen.
By the way, while I was waiting the 17 minutes for it to count down for us to start, I'm thinking I should have grabbed a cup of water.
Is Claire home?
Yeah, when this show starts every week, it's like it's the beginning of like a hostage video or something, or
You
like that video in what's that awful movie with the kid and Nicolas Cage?
Oh,
Kick Ass, like the video in Kick Ass.
Oh my God.
That's how it is starting this show. Okay, so there you go. So freeze dried pickles. You're familiar with the Utz brand of
Pretzels.
chips and
Yes, sir.
let's
pretzels?
take a look. Let me refresh my memory.
Well, coming to a store near you, possibly lemonade.
I don't see that one being good at all.
Utz.
Unless it's,
Well, lucky for you.
unless it's like a lemon pepper chip.
You don't have
if it's
to
like
try
a
it.
lemon pepper, I can see it.
No, no. It says
Let's
lemonade.
see. Here we go.
Okay, it's not as bad as I thought.
I bet it would be good.
I thought it. So what it really comes down to it is it's the sweet and the salty at the
I
same
can
time.
see that.
That's what it is. That's actually not bad. Claire's gonna want to try it. I'm gonna leave some of that for Claire.
Lucky lady.
The good people at Like Air Puffcorn.
And right now, Roker is eating everything in sight from the Sweets and Snacks Expo. That's what's going on.
I
Right
know this is gonna be a long night tomorrow. Oh man, I got a meeting tomorrow morning at 9. That's gonna
Roker
be
has
fun.
at least, what did you take? 10 garbage bags full of stuff? Or what did we get this year?
Here is the Thanksgiving
Ooh.
dinner
I like it.
popcorn.
And if you're listening to the audio version, check out the video version because you have to see all these items.
Have you like it? You've had it before?
No.
Oh, okay.
What is that again, Roker?
Thanksgiving dinner popcorn.
Any good?
This Like Air popcorn was on Shark Tank a few years ago. Wow. Well, it tastes kind of like
The
stuffing.
sage.
It's got like that
Yeah.
sage
I'm starving right now.
kind of gravy tasting. It's not that bad.
This isn't fair at all. We're sitting here watching Roker eat everything.
I
Like,
know.
what the hell?
And finally, from the from the good people at Three Cricketers, we have our milk chocolate cricket crunch
Interesting.
bar.
There's cricket inside.
Have you guys ever had a chocolate covered cricket?
I never have, but I heard it's supposed to be pretty good.
Have you, Roker?
Well, I'm about to have
This
one
is your
now.
first one?
This will be, yes, I know. I'm such a old
The
fogey.
maiden voyage.
This is my first ever.
I just assumed when you were a kid, you poured Hershey syrup on a cricket and just ate it. You're like, man, I'm hungry.
I wasn't that, dude. I wasn't that ghetto. All right. I had to eat cricket. We were so poor, we had to eat crickets.
You guys weren't poor. You guys were rich. You grew up in a mansion.
I don't even taste
Is
it.
it crunchy? Do you taste crunch like a crisp?
Yeah, there's a little crunch, like if it were like a Nestle
That's
Crunch.
the cricket.
But yes, but that's the cricket. And of course, you're probably asking, well, why crickets in a candy bar? And again, it's protein, high in protein. So they're selling cricket powder that you can mix in the drinks, and it's all.
They have a lot of do they have a lot of Dubai chocolate? That seems to be like a big thing right now.
That's a huge thing.
Yes, there was a lot of Dubai chocolate.
And it's all filled with like pistachio. Every time I've seen Dubai chocolate, there's a pistachio like filling to it.
Yes, there were a lot of those. They were a little stingy with the
it's
with
expensive.
The samples, but,
they charge a lot
because it's expensive. Yes, yeah. But yeah, thank you, Base, because there was a lot of.
They sell that like
Dubai like pistachio.
Yes. And they sell
like from United Arab Emirates and stuff like that.
They sell that like cocaine grams. Like it's $20 for like a gram of like.
Have you tried it, Base? You tried it?
I have tried it. It's good. It's not like, oh my god, I got to go to Dubai and get some of this. Good.
Right. Yeah, it's not life changing. Well, there you have it. My little walk down walk down the conventions of the restaurant show and the sweets and snacks, crickets and freeze dried and Thanksgiving dinner and pickles and all that kind of.
And how much did you eat at both? Let's start with the National Restaurant Association convention. Did you have anything to eat at that event? Walk us through everything you ate.
Wait. Did you walk out? Did you walk out with the Roker toothpick at the end? That's how I know you ate well.
Oh, dude, I always have so I'll take the toothpick that they've got the sample in, right? And I'm walking around. I got the little flag sticking out of my mouth. I don't care.
Did you? So at that first event, what did you eat?
Actually, for the first time in years, because usually they have a dueling Vienna beef and Nathan's hot dog stands handing out hot dogs, dueling hot dogs. They weren't even there this year.
Oh, no.
So I don't know if it's because, the cost of things are going up. The cost of meat is going up. I don't know. But there was a lot less food sampling this year than there was in years.
Did you end up at St. Elmo's Steakhouse like you planned?
I did not go to St. Elmo's this year. Yeah, no. I went last year, but I didn't go this year.
I've only heard of the shrimp. Every time anybody brings up St. Elmo's, it's always like the shrimp. Yeah, I try the shrimp.
It's the shrimp. And now you can get the shrimp cocktail, the sauce in stores.
It's at Costco. There's giant bottles at Costco.
Yep.
Mariano's too. Mariano's sells one of my favorite sauces, the St. Elmo's chili sauce. It's like a mayo based sauce. It is delicious. It's one of my favorite sauces. So
yeah, I didn't want to risk the old getting the old evil eye when I turned in the expenses because I went to St. Elmo's. So I went to the Waffle House. I went to, and it wasn't half bad either.
I've never been to a Waffle House before. Is it all that's
that food was up so fast. That food was, it was before I could finish placing a bet on my phone. My food was ready. You know I'm telling the truth.
Oh,
That's Roper reporting
actually. That's
on his trips to the Sweets and Snacks Expo and the National Restaurant Association convention. And now I do have some breaking news. It has happened. If you've listened to the Slob Show, we've been doing the Slob Show many years at this point. The thing we talk about more than anything on this show is 2 Whoppers for $2. And I have made it happen.
We is a loose term. We is a loose term.
Well, okay, me, and Jersey Mike's and the 2 Whopper for $2 deal are the two things I feel like we've talked about the most.
We cover, yes.
And so if you're in, unfortunately, because I know most Slob Show listeners are in Chicago, but fortunately for me, one location only. I'm doing a live broadcast, 1350 Stratford Avenue, Dixon, California, outside Sacramento, Tuesday, June 17th. I am doing a live broadcast, and we are doing 2 Whoppers for $2 for the entire live broadcast. I have brought back, this was it. People have said, this honestly proves to me any dream is possible, because there's nothing impossible. It's improbable. Could I beat LeBron James one-on-one in basketball? Yeah, if he breaks his leg. You know, there's always a chance that you could do anything. Every dream,
there's a chance.
Honestly, like if I'm playing LeBron, he's like, oh God, and then I just start hitting the hook on him. He's on the ground. I could beat him. So do not give up on any dreams, because I've dreamed. I said there's a lot of kids out there who have never got to experience 2 Whoppers for $2, which was the foundation of my childhood.
You also set a goal once that you were going to be slam dunking within a year. That one never happened.
Well, again, it's not over. I'm still.
You didn't say how high the rim was going to be.
Again, I never said what age. But guys, I made the impossible possible. And once this happens, I do want to bring the 2 Whoppers for $2 to Chicago. I'm going to figure it out. But to kick it off, Dixon, California, Tuesday, June 17th. Anyone listening in California, 2 Whoppers for $2. I made it happen. And that location now forever has the Abe Cannon Whopper. So you could go there right now and order the Abe Cannon Whopper, which was a double Whopper, 4 slices of cheese, 6 slices of bacon, extra mayo on both sides of the bun, lettuce, tomato, and onions.
What differs this from the Abe Cannon Culver's burger?
Not much. But that's my burger everywhere. It doesn't matter. This is the Whopper. I mean, there's only certain ingredients you could use.
And how much does the Abe Cannon burger set you back?
This one's about $15. But
okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But just come out June 17th, just come out and get 2 Whoppers for $2 and you'll be fine.
They have a
now, can I also
burger?
Can I get 2 Impossible Whoppers for $2?
Probably.
Then
I guess
it would be making the impossible Whopper. You see what I'm saying there?
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's the same thing. If someone wants the Impossible Whoppers, I'm sure they'll do it. But
well, don't let anybody, ladies and gentlemen, tell you that you can't dream big.
No,
who would have ever
thought for $2?
Who would ever have thought that I'd be able to make my own Whopper? In the back, they have a Whopper named after me that you could buy now forever at that location, and for one night only, 2 Whoppers for $2 to bring. I remember when Roker, how many times did you get 2 Whoppers for $2 in your day?
Not as much as you, apparently, but yeah, I mean,
it was
the only problem was there weren't a lot of Whoppers. There weren't a lot of Burger Kings on the South Side, to be honest with you.
See, I had one right by my house when I was a kid, and like even back then, the deal made no sense because one Whopper was like $4 or $5, but you could get 2 for $2. So, like, why would I ever get one? It made no sense. So I always got 2.
I was embarrassed to tell you that last week that the app had a Whopper for $3.99, and I was like, Abe would be rolling over right now looking at this deal from Burger King for $3.99, 1 Whopper, no cheese.
That's still a pretty good deal in today's prices, but
Well, not that
This
the
will be
guy
the-
bringing it back 2 for 2. I feel like a sucker.
That's true, but this is only one night only. Just one night only is all we could do, and it's going to be during my live broadcast. Another breaking piece of information: I saw this myself on the Slob Show Facebook group. Roker has spent some of his Jersey Mike's points for the first time in history, I think.
Wait, before points got spent, what was the final tally of how high you got it?
Chris Kopiak on YouTube is saying, how many Jersey Mike's points does Roker currently have?
And that's what I'm trying to get the answer for.
Yeah, I just dipped to like 1,900.
So that's 10 Giants.
So I had 144 more points.
Oh, okay, so it's 144.
Because I got it.
So you have about enough for 7 Giants right now.
No, I have enough for more than 10. 144 times 10 is 1,440.
How many did you say you had?
Yeah.
Oh, you said 1996. Oh, my God.
Yes. Yep. That was a good year. I was
so you have 13.
103 playing Luther
No,
you have
Vandross.
13. You have enough points for 13 Giants.
14.
What was the circumstances why you did it, and which sub did you buy for that?
The circumstances that I did it was I had one Giant, I had a regular and two regulars. And I had the coupon that you posted for the $2 off a regular, right? And the bill still was coming to $38.96. Yeah. And I just couldn't pay $40 for 3 sandwiches.
But Roker, did the guy say? Did the guy say?
I'm like, you know what? Did
the guy say like you have 1,900 points? Do you want to use some?
Well, I ordered through the app, so and it always asks you on the app, you have points, use them now. And I'm usually like, nope. But I just couldn't. It was just seeing that like almost $40 tab for a few sub sandwiches. I'm like, can't do it. Can't do it.
Understood.
Can't do it. And they got sold.
Yeah, but right? I don't think that's going to matter because the quality is still there with Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, you never know. I've got almost 500,000. I've almost got 500,000 Southwest points.
You
I'm gonna have to use them.
500,000 Southwest points. What?
Yeah, just about.
That's enough. That's enough for like at least 6 round trip flights.
That's
let's say it's 40,000. Oh, 10. No, it's way more than that. Like 12 round trip flights. Or 13, maybe.
Yeah, if I use them.
Why wouldn't you use them?
Oh no! Wow,
you have more.
598,400.
You know you could send Roker. You know you could send people points. Can I?
Oh, you want my Southwest points now too?
Would you sell me all those points? Oh, never mind. You have to pay to send them. Never mind.
Probably not, because eventually I'm going to go on a vacation.
You're going to go on 26 vacations?
Well, I don't know. I need to get back
to Vegas.
This is
crazy. Could you book all my flights and I'll pay you cash under the table?
You laugh, but the improbable is about to be possible, Roker.
Exactly. Roker, do you want real cash, real money?
We'll see. It depends what the number is.
Well,
Everybody's got a price,
number
right?
be? Would it be 50%, 60?
For how many?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, the percentage. What would it be? Let's say it's a $600. Let's say it's a $400 flight. What would I have to pay you to book the flight?
Mm-hmm.
You use $400 worth of your points. Yeah. So how much would you need in pure, delicious, perfect cash sent right to your Zelle?
Abe.
Yeah, I don't even know how much.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Allow me to answer this for you. No. He's not selling you any.
No, Roker, don't you want cash?
If he
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, not $400.
If he racked up almost 20,000 points on Jersey Mike's alone.
Not
We're
20,000.
almost at 600,000 Southwest points. You think he's gonna be
No,
like, all right,
600, he has 600,000 Southwest points.
I'm just saying, you're not getting it. He's
Roker, pull out your
that's gonna be-
Caesars.
That's got to be willed.
Pull up your Caesars app, Roker, please.
Well, the Caesars is going to sound it's going to sound poultry compared to that. The Caesars app, I know it's 300
So what's
something
that-
thousand.
And what's that equivalent
385,000
to again?
reward credits. I think $3,850 if I were to like
So you could
get
get
it in
like
cash.
probably 38 rooms.
in free play, I think it would be more.
Free play, it's more.
I think it would be more in free play than if I were to just turn it in for cash. Or I think it would also be more in like food and beverage. Like if I were to use it to book rooms with, or use it to get food or something like that, it would be worth more than if I were to cash it in for actual money.
Roker, you don't work weekends, right?
Well, I still have to do my show.
Yeah, but whatever.
But yeah.
Fine. But you could do that anywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to
Why
lug
aren't
all
you-
my
why
stuff
aren't you
around.
flying
I've
out-
done it before.
Why aren't you taking weekend trips? You have free trips to Vegas. You have free Southwest points. You have free rooms, free food. You could go to Vegas every other weekend.
I used to back in the day, but I'm not as young as I used to be.
And those corns are
it's
more
tough.
annoying on the foot.
Those corns,
Wait.
the corns on the gout on the left, corns on the right.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Roker, you got to use these points. This is crazy. We have to do the Slop Show meetup in Vegas because I want you to use some of the points.
Like, it sounds like Roker is paying for all of us.
Someone just on Instagram, they said, when is the Vegas Slop Show retreat happening?
I know we need to do that. I was even thinking about maybe like a Slob Show cruise.
Ooh.
How are we going to set that up?
I was going to say.
Hey, nothing's impossible.
I don't know whose points I'm using, but I'm
Nothing's
doing that way.
impossible. Hey, nothing's impossible. Nothing is
Because
impossible.
that's all you do on a
learned that.
cruise is eat. That's all you do on a cruise is eat.
I've never been on a
Food,
cruise, and I don't know if I want to.
Me
I don't
neither.
know if I want to be on one because I feel like I might die, like the Titanic or something.
I
Like-
think you're pretty safe. I think the Titanic hasn't happened. You fly once a month, okay? And the Titanic happened 100 years ago, and you don't want to get on a cruise because of the Titanic.
How about the implosion that just happened?
Don't fly into Newark. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. But no, that one boat didn't some boat, a cruise ship, like tipped over recently. They had some
That
kind
I
of
did
issue.
not- I did
Now
not
you're
see.
selling it. Now you're selling it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Nothing
Yeah,
says,
and
nothing
there's
says
been-
get together like
and-
implosion.
And there's been mass shootings in Vegas, cars that have like run up on the strip, all kinds of stuff. And you've got
Not
no
where you're
problem
at.
going to Vegas.
None of that's going down where you're sitting, either playing video poker, a slot machine, or eating at a buffet. I haven't seen any problems at any of those
No,
places.
that's
Nope.
true. That's true. I don't go to many country festivals in Vegas.
Or the room where the air conditioner is set to a freezer.
Yeah,
Well, so
right.
why- I do that
Exactly.
too. When I'm in a hotel room, I put it on. If it'll go down to 36, I'll put it on 36.
It was the first thing I do when I get there is I turn the air conditioning all the way down. Are you kidding me?
Roker, how many hotel rooms do you think we've shared in our day?
Probably too many, to be honest. But
We used to go to Vegas all the time.
yeah, it's not pretty. It's not a pretty sight. That's for damn
No,
sure.
But we would go all the time. Like
Oh, I would go. I would kind of, that's how I would pace my year out. I'm like, okay, I only have 5 more weeks to go till Vegas. Right. And like, and then I only got 4 weeks. There was one month where I was in Vegas every weekend for a month.
Wow.
Yeah. That was awesome.
when I lost one of my radio jobs that year, I think I went to Vegas 7, 8, or 9 times. In that same
right.
year. Like it was
Right.
crazy. And they would send out like, Here's 4 free nights at MGM. Here's 6 free nights at Caesars. Here's at the Palms, you can get 3. Every hotel used to be able to get free nights. And they would send, do you remember they would send you like one of those, it looked like a coupon book? And
Dude,
you would rip it up?
I stayed at 3 different hotels at the same time for free.
I remember that. Yeah,
I
you're like, let
stayed
me
at
just
3
check in
different
at,
hotels. I've gotten free cruises in Vegas. I got Nintendo Wii's from Vegas. I got like Hugo Boss sunglasses from Vegas, and like all
Jeez.
kinds of like weird stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
God, we have to go back to Vegas.
Exactly.
Especially
And
since I can get a $29 flight to Vegas from here.
you can get a $29 flight from
Sacramento to Vegas.
Sacramento to Vegas.
Yeah.
I paid $60 last month in tolls.
Let me
seriously.
let's see. Let's just use a potential date. Let's say we go, I don't know. Let's just say, just for fun, I fly out Friday night, July 18th, and then I fly back Monday because I'm on 3 p.m. So I can fly back on a Monday.
See,
So
I don't have that luxury. I've got to be at a meeting at 9 a.m. on Monday. So
let's just see how
that
much it
kind
would
of
cost me.
sucks. My boy Johnny Cuervo chiming in on Facebook says, "Let's go to Cuervo
Nice.
Island."
I
I'm with
love
you.
Johnny Cuervo.
Johnny Cuervo,
Yeah.
what's going
I
on?
love Johnny Cuervo.
All right, so this one's a 147 round trip, 102 round trip, for that, but that's a weekend type thing.
You're the one who should be going to Vegas every weekend for that price.
Hey, speaking of
Right?
Vegas, the World Series of Poker is going on in Vegas right now, and I would
Yes.
love to play there in the main event. It's 10 grand to get in though, but last weekend I won $3,600 playing poker.
Do you have
I'm
what
back.
it takes? Do you have what it takes?
I do. We're gonna
Well,
find
you should
out.
play in some satellite tournaments then. Play in some
I know,
satellite tournaments, or you don't have to play in the main event. Play in some of the other World Series events.
See, the problem is I would have to play a Saturday and Sunday because I have to work on Monday. So there's not many tournaments.
Off.
Well, yeah, I could do that. But I played in a Saturday tournament. I haven't played in months. I played in a Saturday tournament. The whole final table chopped up the prize money based on how many chips you had. So I bought in for $250 and I won $2,050.
Dude, live remote at the table.
Yeah, dude, you got
table.
Burger King to get $2 2 for 2 Whoppers. You can have somebody will sponsor you at the World Series.
That's a good point. Hey, whoever wants to sponsor me at the World Series of Poker, let me know.
There
You want to put up the 10 grand? We'll split whatever I win. You'll get back your 10 grand plus half of whatever we win. I think that's fair.
3 stakes high.
Now, if I don't cash, there's nothing I can do about that. Now that I can't do anything about. But then I went back the next day. Of course, I had to go back the next day, right? So
yeah, right. That's where they get you.
I won $1,600.
Oh, nice.
It was crazy. $3,600 in 2 days.
That's awesome.
And that one again too. We got down to the final 3 and we chopped up the money based on how many chips we had. It was great. Like I'm like, I have to go every day. Like the only tournaments that work with my schedule are Saturday and Sunday tournaments, and I come to Chicago a lot. So like next, I'll be there this weekend, and so on and so forth. So. I will be there, fellas, for a long time, because I'm taking a whole week vacation on like the week before my birthday. I actually leave on my birthday, like come back here.
Oh, you know what? I think the annual Smith Summer Bash would be that weekend.
So I'm there from wait.
Your birthday's on the 4th, right?
Oh, that's a Monday. Yeah. So I'm actually flying back on August 3rd, and I get out there on July. Or wait. Yeah, like July Saturday. July
you're here
26th.
before your birthday. Oh, you're here before your birthday.
Yeah, July 26th until the 3rd.
Okay.
When's the Smith Bash?
It's the 9th.
That's the annual party at Roker's house. Now Now he has a pool. It's a whole different
The
ballgame.
weekend before is Lollapalooza, but I've got my 40th high school reunion that weekend.
You go to those actually?
Well, it's the first 40th anniversary high school reunion
Did
I've
you go
ever
to the
had.
third?
So.
Did you go to the 30? Did you go to the 20?
I went to the 10. I stopped by the 20, and I don't think we had a 30.
So do you know anyone who's going to be going besides you? Like, are there?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I already paid for it like a dumbass, so I have to go. Yeah. Oh, what do you think? It's free?
Well, what is it? Was it like at a Cracker Barrel or like what is it?
Oh, dude, like day one's at like a pizza place. Then day
Day
two
one.
is
Wait, what? It's a whole.
yeah, it's a whole weekend, dude. It's the
festival?
Lollapalooza.
Hey,
It's
have
our
you never
own
been
little.
one?
It's our own little
No.
Kenwood Academy Lollapalooza. Yeah.
Wait,
day
Pace,
one's
You've been to a high school.
I went to the 10-year reunion. I
What?
think they had a 20th.
Why?
They organized because I went to Omaha. I want to see what all these people are up to.
right.
I mean,
exactly.
I went to an all guys high school. Like what? The people I still talk to
I was
whoever
going to say the high school reunion happens every time you come home. You see all the same people.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. But like what? Like what are we gonna do there? Like say, I went to St. Lawrence High School. Like sometimes like a reunion for 20. Like, all right. Well, my 20 year was in 2019, so I guess the 25th. So my 30 will be in 2029. I won't go to that either.
Save your
Isn't
money.
that crazy? Base.
Yeah.
Base. Isn't that
What was the women's situation? If you went to an all guys high school, is there like
So there was a
Queen of
all
Peace.
female school that Queen of Peace?
Yeah, that was the one. That's where Base's
Oh,
wife went.
Yeah.
no? She went to
oh.
Maria.
Oh, Maria, that's
okay.
what Brother Rice.
Because I almost said Hewers, so I'm glad that I'm.
You still
Jenny
can.
McCarthy. Jenny McCarthy went to Queen of Peace, I think.
No, she went to Mother Macaulay.
Oh, never mind. Oh, wait, Mother Macaulay's my Brother Rice. No, but St. Lawrence now is actually co-ed.
I did not know that.
So it's Marist. So all those schools, of course, to save money now, it never made sense anyway. Although I have to say, there were definitely some benefits of going to school with all guys because it takes out a lot of the stuff that creates a lot of tension.
The distractions.
A lot of distractions, a lot of ass kicking because, there's dudes trying to impress girls. People didn't have to worry so much about, which was disgusting, but I'm sure dudes didn't look as put together as they could have. Like Roker, I know when you went to school, you put on your best slacks and your best high school outfits, right?
Dude, I still have my clothes from high school. I'm considering wearing them. I still got straight leg Levi's that I tapered myself on the sewing machine and then bleached.
Can you please wear those to your reunion?
And I wore them to the press junket for Hot Tub Time Machine.
That's awesome.
I wore I literally pulled out. There was supposed to be an '80s night here in Joliet, and I literally pulled out the exact same. I pulled out one of those gray knit ties, right?
Awesome.
And then I pointed to my high school senior picture, like the one in the wicker chair that they take, or with the fake bookshelf behind you. I pointed to it, exact same tie from '85.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is why I pay $300 a month for a storage unit.
Exactly. By the way, if you're going to learn anything from this podcast, get rid of. If you have a storage unit, it is the biggest waste of money ever.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's anything you put in a storage unit, you will learn it is junk. I had a storage unit for years. And I had this wooden bar in there. And of course, the day I moved that bar, it fell out of the pickup truck and shattered. I've been paying for this. I think I paid like 6 years. So you figure $100, let's say it's $100 a month. That's like $7,200 to store this shit. That's all garbage. Anything that you don't want in your house is fucking garbage. You have to get rid of it because it's trash. Everything in a storage unit is trash.
Well, we've got a baby grand piano in ours, and that's basically the only reason we have a storage unit.
And you took it apart, right?
Well, you took it apart so we could transport it. What is this, Sanford and Son? Was I going to put it like on the back of a pickup and
Put it in your
have
basement.
Lamont drive it over?
You put it in your basement?
You wouldn't be able to get it into the basement unless you took it apart. You wouldn't be able to
Well,
get
it's
it through the
apart,
front
isn't it?
door. It's
It's
apart
in an
now,
apart?
but yes, but it's like
Well, there
it's
you
a
go.
baby grand piano. It kind of takes up a lot of room.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you have 8 refrigerators in your house.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
I don't have room with all the refrigerators in the freezer,
Yeah, I have this deep freezer. Sorry, too
which
deep.
is kind of true. I tried to get at the restaurant convention. I tried to get Celsius to give me one of their foosball tables that was there. I'm like, you don't want to take that foosball table all the way back to Florida.
How are you going to take it back?
I had no idea, none whatsoever, none
You wanna take that
whatsoever.
back?
I would have no idea how to transport it.
You
I
know,
would
and
have
you know
no
where it'll
idea
be?
where to put it, but
Yeah,
I would
you know
have
what-
figured
yeah.
out a way because it
No,
was
you will
free.
put it. It'll be sitting next to that baby grand piano in your $300 storage unit. Let's go.
After spending 2 hours strapping it to the top of the roof of your car and
That's
going
right.
8 miles an hour on the highway to get home.
A foosball.
Having to take
You're not gonna
side
play
streets.
foosball.
No,
see that mic?
exactly. Dude, I
Or
would
just
never
put
play
your hand-
foosball a day in my life. I don't even
put your-
quite know what foosball is.
Putting your hand on top of the roof, holding it
Yeah.
down so it doesn't fly off.
Yeah, but bungee cord.
Base, did you try anything delicious this week before we wrap things up?
I went to Fox's Pizza in Orland Park. I had never been there before, and
Oh, yeah,
it
that's
is
good pizza.
it is a fantastic. It's almost like Vito and Nick's. It's a really thin crust pizza. It's really good.
Yeah, I have had Fox. That is good pizza. That's
Fox
one thing
is in
about-
Orland.
Fox's in Orland. It's actually an outstanding place. I've always seen it. I've always heard good things about it, but I finally just went last night, and that pizza is like crispy thin crust, which I like.
God,
I'll have to try that.
I'm
By the
dying
way,
for some good pizza.
white people rejoice in Joliet. Like white people haven't been this excited since the Olive Garden opened about a year and a half ago. They just opened up right by the Olive Garden. What's that place you white folks like with the wine?
Oh,
Hawk.
that no,
Cooper's
that place.
Hawk. Cooper's
Cooper's
Hawk.
Oh,
They
that's
just
what I
opened up a Cooper's Hawk.
told this story to Abe Roker, and you'll appreciate this one too. There is a Fogo de Chao that
Oh, this
opened
is
up
great.
maybe 20 feet from where I live.
I saw that they just had a grand opening.
So I
Well-
saw it packed. I wasn't sure if it was open or not, but I saw it packed. So I went during lunchtime with Jill, and it was packed. And I walked in, and it just said closed for a private event. So I was just going to ask when it opened. And the lady goes, "Who are you with?" And I just go, "I'm with the media." And she goes, "Give me 1 second." She goes, "Your table is ready." And I was like,
So it was a soft open. It was the media.
"Oh, no. It wasn't a soft open. It was Friends and Family Day."
Nice.
They just brought it all. So we got the whole lunch, the whole full situation going on there, the liquor, the dessert for free.
God,
Nice.
For free.
Nice.
Just
You
so
know,
you
that's
can just so you can test out the whole system that they do over there.
we do need another Fogo trip, Base, because you and I would go. Were you with me, Base, when Brian Urlacher was there in a race car?
No, you told me that one.
Okay,
I was
he
not
showed
there
up in
for
a
the
race car, but he was in there eating with some friend. But
Hold on.
Base and I,
Do you remember when you and I went to the Crowbar and we went upstairs to a VIP lounge?
he had
And
a
they're
shirt. No
both
shirt.
like, who's that jacked guy dancing with that chick? And it was Urlacher with a backwards hat and no shirt on. That we were
Yeah, an
like,
angel, and he had a button-down shirt, unbuttoned, with an angel's head on.
yes, that's it.
He had 2 girls with him,
Hi, Brian. Sorry to bring that up on you.
and then you would see Casey Urlacher at the leg room, and I swear to God, I saw this. You're Brian Urlacher? Yeah. Like some girl. Yeah. Telling people he's Brian Urlacher. It was crazy.
But he was like the stunt doubles from Spaceballs, where he was like 5'6", and
He was
Urlacher
like mini.
like,
He's mini me. He looks like
Yeah.
mini me. God. But Base and I, when we go to Fogo, we do the pit stop where we take turns going to the bathroom. And then you come back for another
3 rounds.
round.
That's story number
I'm
3,
not
ladies
agreeing.
and gentlemen. That's next to Burger King.
And the Sterling
Jersey
Buffet.
Mike's, the Sterling Buffet in Vegas, and Abe talking on his phone at Fogo de Chao. Yeah.
No, this one isn't talk. Oh, yeah, that is true. I did talk on my phone when I came back. But we would take multiple pit stops. You go to the bathroom, come back an hour later, base is still sitting there with a green card. I'm like, God, you didn't flip red yet? Jesus.
Those gaucho guys were giving me a look when I flipped that thing back to green at like hour 3. It was a look they gave me. It was a look they gave me like, no.
That should be the rule. It's that it can't be once it's red, it can only be red for 5 minutes, then you have to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because you can't put it on red for 2 hours and then have a whole nother meal.
Just sit there and digest and then flip it back to green like 20, 25 minutes later.
And instead of the giant rack of meat, they just had the bill in their hand the whole time walking around us. Just waiting for me to slap it red one more time.
You ready yet, sir? No. Got more of that garlic beef.
Have you ever gone anywhere where it's all you can eat crab legs? And so the first serving, like they give you like a stack crab, and then when you ask for more crab legs, it's more like all you can eat crab leg. They'll bring you back like one leg.
Yeah.
One leg.
Yeah, I've been to an all you can eat rib thing that was like that. If they bring you 5 ribs, then the next time it's like 1.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another 1. It's like, no, I want 5 more. Like, what's going on here? But I saw you, Roker, eating those crab legs at that Sterling. Oh, by the way, I told you guys about that other buffet, right? That Vegas buffet.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, we're gonna wrap it up on this then because
there are several new ones. Oh, you're talking about is this this is the one with the lobster tails? There's a couple of them that have lobster tails. Ace Buffet has lobster tails.
Okay, no. Okay. So it's at the M Resort, which I've actually been to. I think I saw a Prince tribute band there. Okay.
I've been to the M.
It's off the strip, the M Resort. It's $100 buffet. Okay. Listen to this. I saw a video on this. It's exactly like the Sterling brunch. King crab legs, the same lobster tails, massive shrimp, beef Wellington, lamb, sushi, and it's only open for a Sunday brunch. So it's a Sunday brunch
for like 4 hours or something like that, and you've got to it's like almost impossible to get into.
Yeah, it's Anthony's Prime Steak and Seafood, $99 a person. And it's only offered on Sundays between 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. And you have to make a reservation.
So
4.5 hours. It's pretty good. 3.5 hours.
You said
2.5.
You say 11 to 1:30. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 2.5 hours.
It's got to be probably one seating, and that's it.
But they said it's pretty hard to get a reservation. But they said they do take walk-ins. So if we got there right at 11 o'clock, if we can't get a reservation, we could try to get in.
Yeah,
because people cancel all the time, they said.
But you're SOL if you can't get in, because now you're 15 minutes off the strip and it's, noon. Right?
We'll figure something out, Roker. We're in Vegas.
Yeah, but there's a couple of places that have all you can eat lobster tails and stuff like that. But the buffets in Vegas are like $100 now. So
this one looks exactly like the Sterling. This is the closest I've ever seen. So I think this is the spot we need to hit. Like if we set up a trip, let's make sure this reservation is part of it.
I'm in.
God. Ridiculous. All right. We'll wrap it up on that. I'll just remind everyone, 2 Whoppers for $2, June 17th, Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, 3 to 7 p.m., Dixon, California, 1350 Stratford Avenue. I'll be there. 2 Whoppers for $2. They said it can never happen. As a child, I dreamed. I prayed, and now it's happened. And try that puff corn.
Thanksgiving dinner now. Yes, exactly.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
This is what radio people's Thanksgiving dinners are like most days, most Thanksgivings anyway, because they're on the air.
Yeah, and that's Roker in the press box too, getting his free popcorn. Oh, we got Thanksgiving popcorn for you guys.